Welcome to Volume 1 Full Body Workout. Today is all about challenging yourself. What you need for today's workout is a bottle of water, grab an exercise mat, and a set of dumbbells, or just do this exercise body weight. And also bring some music, whatever you vibe with. In our past workout videos, we used to have music, and I want you to find your energy, your pace, whatever you want to listen to. Play that in our workout today. All right. So we're going to start with our warm up, go into our workout, and then our cool down. Our first movement is high knees, which is basically marching, almost like being in a marching band. Bring your knees up to your chest and alternate steps. We're looking for 10 movements. Our second stretch is arm circles. For this exercise or for this stretch, you're going to bring your arms out like a letter T, and I want you to move your arms in big circles, 10 repetitions forward, and then 10 repetitions back, all right? So make sure your feet are shoulder distance and have a slight bend at your knee. And rest. Now our third stretch we're going to do is calf raises. This is all about loosening up our ankles and our knees before we start our workout. So you do want to have your feet shoulder distance and you're pushing up on your tippy toes just like a ballerina. We're going to aim for 10 repetitions of this one. Ready? All right, we're going to perform this for one more round, starting with our marches for 10 repetitions. And rest. So that is our warm up. Now the games begin. So go ahead and grab your water, have everything prepared. Now our first movement or our first exercise is the lunge. In the midst of our workout today, you're going to hear me stop to explain and give you coaching. Now, while I'm coaching you, you're still moving because it's all about keeping our heart rate up and keeping the momentum. So when we do a lunge, we want to have both feet starting together. I want you with your right leg to take a big step back, balancing on your tippy toes on your back foot. And your front foot, you want to bend at your knee. Back leg, you're also bending at your knee. Bring your knee about an inch before hitting the ground. Hands up to prayer position. We're going to aim for 10 repetitions of this movement. Ready? Let's get it. and switch legs. So go right into that next leg, and here comes the coaching. You should already be moving at this point. Now, when you're doing a lunge, make sure you have your hips tucked underneath you. So instead of here, I want your hips tucked under, and I want you to activate your abs. From there, make sure your shoulders and your chest is up tall. You should not be leaning or rounding at your back. All right? Keep going. Here we go. Finish your movements out. We're looking for 6 repetitions. And rest. So the muscles of the thighs and the hips should be warm and probably burning right now, and that's a good thing. Now, we're going to take it up a notch and go into leg lifts. For this one, it requires a little bit of balance. So what you're going to do is balance on one leg. It's going to be on my right leg. It's going to be where I balance. So I'm balancing on my right leg. I have my left leg out. I do want to point my toe towards my face. So don't point like a gymnast, you're going to flex. Once you do this, you should feel the muscles of your thighs activating. You can hold on to something. I want you to challenge yourself and place your hands on your hips and take that leg up as high as you can and tap your heel to the floor. Don't rest it, and then come right back up. We're looking for 15 reps, and go. Now keep doing this movement. Here's your coaching. When you do this exercise, make sure you have a soft bend or a small bend on that right leg right now. With that left leg, make sure you are in control. So you should not be swinging that leg past your straight leg like this. You should be stopping right at your foot. Use control, keep your toe point towards your face. We have a few more reps. Let's get it. Keep that momentum. And let's switch legs. Going right into our next leg. Same thing. And rest. So this is all lower body dominant so far. So the legs should be warming up. Let's go into our next exercise, which is squats. We're going to talk about how to do our movement. I want your feet hip distance. I want you to roll your shoulders back, pushing your chest forward, and then also have a slight arch at your lower back. You want to pretend as if you're sitting into a chair or sitting on a chair. Your hands come forward as your hips go down. We're going to aim for 15 seconds of this movement. Ready? And go. All right, keep this movement going. And again, here's your coaching tips for squats. When you're doing a squat, make sure you're pushing the floor away. As you do this movement, you're going to come up to the top of that squat, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your booty muscles, and keep your core braced as if you're about to sneeze. You should feel that tension in your abs. Now, if you are taller, you might want to have your feet wider. If you feel like your squats are feeling a little funny right now, have your feet wider. Point your toes out if you naturally walk with your toes pointing out. So my goal is for you to find the perfect squat for you, not for your coach, but for you, all right? Let's dominate 6 more reps. And rest. So just like I said in the beginning of this round, we have 2 rounds, right? We have another round coming up. So give yourself about 30 seconds, catch your breath. During our break, I like to coach you, and I also like to give you some movements to help loosen up your body. So let's go into butt kicks, keeping our body moving, bringing our heels towards our hips. Now, when it comes to your workouts, you might have moments where it becomes challenging, but that is when you have to get into another gear, okay? Remember why you're here today, remember what your goals are, and continue to stay consistent and finish your movement all the way out, okay? If you need to take extra breaks, feel free to do so. And here we go. We're going back into lunges with our left leg in front, right leg in back. We're looking for 10 repetitions. Next movement coming up is our leg lifts. So remember, our feet are together, shoulder width apart, hands are on your hips. Squeeze your belly. Every day is ab day, so your core should be tight. We're going to start with our left leg coming up. We're looking for 15 repetitions, and let's get it. And switching legs. Leg out and go. So keep that movement going during the coaching I'm about to give you right now. I want you to focus on not letting that heel hit the floor, okay? Just as if we were in an in-person session, I would make sure I challenge you each round. So don't let that heel hit. Keep your foot pointed towards your face so you can get that quad activation in your thigh. All right, we're looking for 7 more reps. And rest. All right, let's go into our squats. So you remember your stance. Again, your hip distance. So your feet are wide. You're pushing your hips back, bracing your core, shoulders roll back. We're looking for 15 reps. 3, 2, and go. Keep doing the movement. These final 5 reps, go as low as you can. Really sit down to that saddle, sit down to that seat as low as you can for 5, 4, 3, and rest. So that is round 2, my friend. So catch your breath, get some water. We're going to get ready to go into our next round of movements. Remember, our game plan is on the floor, so you will see me looking at the floor so we stay on track. 30-second break. All right, so our next exercise we have coming up is our dumbbell rows. Again, you can do this body weight. If you have a set of free weights, go ahead and grab your weights. With this exercise, we want to focus on extending our arms and also bending at our elbow in a row-like motion. So this is your movement. You're going to have your feet shoulder distance, push your hips back, lowering your chest to the floor. Let your arms rest in front of you. Focus on pulling the weight from the floor, pulling your elbows back, and then extending the movement back down. We have 15 and go. So here is your coaching. When you do a dumbbell row of any sort, you want to make sure that you're engaging your tummy. So is your tummy braced right now? If it's not, I want you to brace your core and make sure at the bottom of your back, near your hips, you want to pop your hips back. And then make sure, again, you have your shoulders rolled back. So you want to have a nice neutral spine. Do not rush your reps right now. Really extend your movements, pull your movements, and extend. That contracting, right, is all a part of building your muscles. So we don't want to cheat ourselves. You're only cheating yourself. We have 5 more reps. Keep going. And rest. Don't drop those weights because we still need them for our next movement. So our next exercise we have is lateral lunges. Now, I'm going to give you 2 positions to view me from. I'm going to do a side and a front view. With the lateral lunge, our weights will be in front of us. We're going to have our feet wide like this, okay? So we're a little bit outside of hip distance. We're taking our weights and we're just shifting our hips as if like we're skiing, almost like a ski-like motion. We're going to shift our hips to each side. We're looking for 10 reps on each leg. Weights on your side, and here we go. Keep moving, okay? So you should still be doing the exercise right now. Here's your coaching tips. When you're doing this exercise, you want to make sure one leg is straight, one leg is bent. That leg that's bent is very similar to a squat. So your knees should be bent and your hips should be getting low to the floor. You want to push away from that bent leg to switch to or shift your weight to the opposite leg, right? In this position, roll your shoulders back. Do not have your back rounded. Roll your shoulders back, proud chest, right? Very confident movements, and shift to the other leg. We have 6 more reps to go. Are you ready? Let's get it. Side to side. And rest. All right. So that one is a more challenging movement. We have another round to continue to perfect our exercises. Okay. So let's go into our third exercise. Our third exercise we have is our lateral. Did our lateral lunges, excuse me. Our next one we have is our bicep curls. This is why I keep a paper in front of me. We have bicep curls coming up next. So we need our weights in our hands. Our palms are going to be facing our thigh, and then we're going to rotate our hands towards our shoulders. So go ahead and just bend your elbow up and down for me, and I'm going to give you your coaching tips. So now you're already moving. When you do this movement, you're going to bring your palm towards your thigh. Stick it at the bottom. You're not going to swing past your thighs. You're going to come up to that curl. I want you to create tension in that bicep muscle. Squeeze up top, hold it for a second. Stretch those arms all the way back, not halfway. Don't get choppy, okay? You want to make sure you have clean movements and then curl again for another rep. So we're looking for a total of 15. A few more reps. At this point, your feet should be about shoulder distance, so don't have your feet glued together. So go ahead and give yourself a little bit of space there, okay? And don't lean forward. Keep your chest up. You should be nice and tall. We're looking for about 6 more reps of this to really build. We want to move till we feel that burn. and rest. So now that our biceps are warmed up, we're gonna go back to the top of this round. Doing multiple rounds is all about challenging your endurance, It's all about challenging your endurance. That's why we do multiple rounds of movements. At this point, you're on a 30-second break. So go ahead, maybe turn your music up a little louder or get a drink of water. All right, so our workout is about to start back. We have about 10 seconds. Just as a reminder, your first exercise is your rows. So let's make this round the best round, all right? Here we go. We're looking for 15 reps. Chest down and pull. Keep going. And rest. So you might notice we go over our reps. Sometimes we need a few more reps to really get the burn of the exercise. So just remember, when you're going over reps and you're doing more reps, it's just going to lead to better results. I promise you. Okay. So let's go into our next exercise on our list. Our next one is our frontal lunges, or our lateral lunges, Lateral lunges, we're going side to side. Remember, you do need your dumbbells with this movement. We have 20 reps altogether. And go. All right, here's your coaching. Keep moving. If you find that doing lateral lunges is a challenge, just think about shifting your body weight. I might be going lower than you are, and maybe you're going lower than I am. It's okay. So just shift your weight to each side, pushing from your hips, pushing from your foot. All right, let's aim for 5 more reps. And rest. I love lateral lunges. I think I could do that every day because it's just such a challenge when it comes to your balance. It works your full body as well, and it's a good challenge and also helps us get the results that we need within this program. So now let's go into our bicep curls. Remember, you do need your weights. You're going to have your palms facing your thigh and curl up. Make sure to, just a coaching tip, do not go ahead and move through your movement for me. Go ahead and start. You want to make sure your elbows are staying by your side. Keep moving for me. So as we're moving through our exercise right now, your elbows should not leave your side. And this is something I want to make sure that you learn. You do not want your elbows moving like this. See how my elbows come up to chest? I want to pretend as if like I have a tennis ball in between my elbow and my waist. And I want to squeeze that tennis ball towards my body. We're looking for 8 more reps. And rest. All right, that is round number 3, round number 2. Now we're gonna get ready to go into our final and last round. 30-second recovery break. So breathe, get some water, and let's get ready to go into our last one. Our last round, we're gonna be doing overhead presses. So we're gonna be working our shoulders in this last round going into it. You have about 15 more seconds. Do have your weights in your hands. So we're gonna start with our palms facing our chest. And I want you to take your dumbbells, reaching them up into the air. We're looking for 15 reps and start your movement. So here's your coaching while you're moving right now. I want your feet about shoulder width apart. Slightly bend your knees and squeeze your tummy. You're going to hear me say that a lot. Squeeze and brace your core. And when you're doing your movement, you want to make sure, again, you come to this stopping position, going back out, overhead. At no time should you be hitting your weights towards each other at the top of your head. Now, they hit a little bit, that's okay, but don't intentionally knock your weights together. Let's keep this going. We're going to shoot for 8 more reps. And rest. Going into our next exercise on our list, our next movement we have is tricep kickbacks. Really great for working the muscles on the bottom part of the arm right through here. So with our tricep kickbacks, we will be hinging at our hips. Our feet are all the way together, almost like a ski-like motion. So our feet are here. We're going to push our hips back, brace our core, bring our elbows back, and move at our elbow. Go ahead and start. We're looking for 15 reps. So in this moment here, you're already doing your exercise, right? You want to make sure that same thing I told you earlier about keeping your elbows close to your side when doing bicep curls. The same rule applies with tricep kickbacks. So I want you to squeeze your elbows in. Don't let them move, and move only at the elbow. Your shoulders are also active in this movement. And also keep your shoulders back. And rest. This leads us into our next exercise. Our next exercise on our list we have is our frontal raises. For this one, you're starting with your weights in front of your thigh, and you're bringing your hands chest level, and then you're controlling your weights back on the outside of your legs. So we start on the outside, we bring our weights up, drop them back down. Look at the rotation of my hands, okay? Go ahead and start that movement out. As you're doing this movement, your feet again should be shoulder distance with a slight bend at your knee. And you already know what I'm about to say. Your core should be braced and chest should be up. Your movement I'm going to face you so you can get a better look or a better view. You're controlling your weight back down by your thighs. So avoid swinging, okay? We have 6 more reps. And rest. 30 seconds, try not to drop those weights, try to keep them in your hand. We're going to work on endurance today. So we're going to get ready to go back to the next exercise, which is our shoulder press. We have 15 more seconds of break. So at this point, we have our weights in our hands, and let's get it. Let's finish this final round. And rest. This is going to lead us to our tricep kickbacks. So go ahead and push those hips back, chest low, and go. All right, here's another coaching moment or segment. When you're doing your tricep kickbacks, what I want you to do on this round is hold it for a second as you kick your arms back. Really put tension and load that tricep there. So hold it for a second, bend, and then go back and hold it for a second, okay? Let's challenge ourselves to get through 6 more reps. And rest. Going into our forward raises coming up next. Remember, our palms start on the outside of our thigh. 3, 2, and go. Keep going. We have a few more reps. So in this last exercise here, make sure you're not using your body to throw your weights up. So you're staying nice and tight in the lower body. Your legs are working as well. You're keeping that soft bend, but I want you to focus on using your shoulders, not using momentum. Okay? Let's aim for 6 more reps. And rest. So go ahead and drop your weights. Good job on finishing volume 1 of your full body workout. Let's go into a quick cool down. So our first stretch of our cool down is a hamstring stretch. This is a very simple one. You're going to round your back. I want you to reach towards your toes, stretching the muscles of the back part of the leg, which are your hamstrings. See if you can get your palms to the floor. This is going to test out your flexibility. And rest. Going into our next stretch, we did our toe touch. Our next one is our high knee. So this one you're going to balance either on the wall or you're just going to stand and bring your knee to your chest. Hold it for about 10 seconds. Give or take, you can really do this one for 5 to 10. This is going to stretch out your hips. This is going to lead us into our last stretch, which is a tricep stretch. Take one arm, bring it across your chest. So I have my left hand, keep it nice and straight. Hook it with my right, pull it in. We're going to hold this for 10. And switch sides. And rest. So thank you for joining me for your full body workout today, and I will see you on your next workout. Bye.